Good morning everyone on YouTube. It's currently 4 AM and about 9 degrees. The reason I'm filming this one at 4 AM and not on a Sunday evening like I normally would, you can see. Hey, the capsicum growing. Is because I got solar put on. Well, I should say I put on solar, that's my latest upgrade. It's been running all night, the batteries are at 17%. And all that's been running at the moment is that one little inverter, which is powering this pretty beefy air pump. And another upgrade there, you can see that huge air stone they put in. And my 4 little batteries coming off this, 10 meters of DC cable there. End of the battery's inverter, all it's powering at the moment. But got my little DC pump turned up, one-way valve, and my injection and everything else there. I'm going to be, yeah, this will be what we put in next. This little one came with a USB, and with 4 batteries, it only just powers the air pump all night. Although according to that DC meter, the analog one, focus, there we go, that still looks like 12 volts to me. Which is interesting because that says it only has 2 bars. And that, the DC meter up there, that's why I put on this redundant little DC meter. Hey, I reckon I've got 12 volts. No, you don't, apparently. The digital thing says you have 2 bars. No, there they are. The battery's connecting in there. Heading up there. I'm going to do a much nicer job of wiring it. Got that bit of wood there. I'm going to make a little little shelf up here for the batteries. You can see I've got my toolboxes out, and I cleared out me a little bit of a laneway here in the shed. A friend of mine came around to help me out and said, "Oh, the capsicums look like they have nitrogen deficiency because the edges of the leaves are curling." I'm like, no, that was because in summer they're hitting the window and getting sunburned. So no, that's what's going on there. I'm positive of that. Sunflower's looking a little sad. I don't think he's going to grow in this kind of little low lighting, which is being hogged by the other plants. But well, there we go. It was an experiment anyway. So the other one seems to be producing multiple sunflowers, and yet very small, poor quality ones. A few seeds on it. So yeah, I got this cheapie off eBay, 200 bucks for that, and the little PPT inverter thing. I had the batteries laying around from the UPS. I think I've mentioned that in a few other videos, and they were quite expensive. It was very annoying, the fact that, you know, I went and got those and the UPS was kaput anyway. I piped up with a little pipe off, tapped off there to go along and fill up these tanks, which you can't quite see at the moment. But and of course I brought a cruddy torch with me that doesn't quite work. There we are. Yeah, so this little pipe under there, and that's going to be filled up and drained. Another upgrade I've been doing, these little one-way flap valves to keep pressure and water flowing the direction I want them to. Yeah. So everything's coming along. That was a pretty major upgrade. I did have a little bit of money at the time, although, you know, I was going to get a solar powered pump from the hardware store, and that would have been not too expensive, but I decided, yeah, I woke you guys up, I might as well feed you. I decided that I might as well you know, pay slightly more and get a much bigger panel that can power my entire system, since I've already got the batteries sitting there, and they're usually the most expensive part. So this might be out of reach of most low budget systems, but I do want to get rid of this massive 15 amp extension lead which has been laying across the yard, powering everything for quite a while. I put on my little watt meter there, and at maximum using all this light, these lights, and the main light lighting up the shed at the moment, 55 watts. So not too much at all, and that's with the pump. So once I put a few more little batteries in, I can get these batteries for $22 online now. I don't know how much extra time they add, but yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a future video with that one. Anyway, that's all for this week, guys. I'll make another update next Sunday during the daytime while I film the actual panel at the moment. It's a little bit dark out there. This is the time poor people are forced to go to work. Freezing cold, frosty, and dark. I mean, who wants to get up at 9 degrees at 4 AM to go to work? It's not civilized, but that's what poor people have to do. Bye, y'all.